Hello humans, and welcome back to the Tao Way. Today's video is going to be a continuation of last week's video of how to program strength. So if you missed that video, you can click the I button to see it. But today we're going to go on how to progress your strength. So now that you know how to build a program, we're going to go over how to progress it within programs and between programs. So the first thing we're going to get into is progressive overload. Now this is the most important step. This is how you get stronger. Now in bodybuilding, you would add weight, but since we're doing body weight strength, the first thing that we want to do is increase the number of reps that we're doing. So if we're starting at 2 reps for all sets, the next session we want to try to get 3, the next 4, the next 5. So this was the movement that I did in the previous video, the strap assisted OAC. And let's say I started with 2 reps, I want to slowly build up to 5 or even 6 reps within one set for all the sets. I want all of the sets to have more or less the same amount of reps with the same amount of quality. Then for my pushing, I was doing chest to wall handstand push-ups. So I would start with the 3 reps or the 2 reps and then slowly build up session by session, week by week, making sure the quality standards are there, the tempo is there, and I'm slowly increasing the reps. So this is one way to get progressive overload. Now, every week you will not be able to increase reps. So what we can do when you cannot increase reps is decrease the time. And by the time, I mean the rest time. So let's say when you're starting, you are resting 2 minutes between your sets. So I can rest 2 minutes, but now you're having trouble increasing the reps. So what I can do on the second session is decrease that time by 10 to 30 seconds. So this example, I decreased it to 90 seconds of rest. And that's a different way to get progressive overload. Another way we can get this progressive overload is through increasing the intensity. Now we do not want to increase the intensity right off the bat. We want to first increase reps, then increase the intensity. So in this example here, I'm increasing the intensity by lowering my hand on the strap to put more pressure on my pulling arm. You can see I'm measuring it here. It's about 3 fist lengths down, and I will continue that way. When I increase the intensity, I need to decrease the volume. So let's say I built up to 5 reps with only 1 fist length in between. Now I'm at 3 fist lengths. So I will do 3 reps for all the sets and then slowly build up back again, just like I did at the easier intensity. Now all 3 of these are short term, or within the program you will change them. So within that 6 to 8 weeks of your program, you're working to increase the reps, decrease the time, or increase the intensity. The other way to get progressive overload is increase the complexity. We always want to be moving from less complex to more complex. So here is some of the progressions of the handstand push-up. This is chest to wall, then we have floor handstand push-up, and we want to be increasing to overload the pattern itself. And lastly, I have the straddle hollow back handstand push-up. We want to be going in this direction of increasing complexity, but know that increasing complexity is long-term, and it is between programs. It will most likely not happen within that first program. It will happen between program 1, 2, 3, 4, the long term. Now number 2 we want to talk about is quality standards. When we are increasing reps or intensity or complexity, sometimes we can lose this quality standard. One way to keep this quality standard high is to use a metronome to time your tempo. So here's my metronome app. I'm going to set it to 60 beats per minute. Every little click is going to be 1 second, and you can hear the seconds. So when you're doing your set, you can make sure that every second is in there for whatever you've prescribed, the tempo or the seconds of the hold. So like I said, the metronome is there for the tempo of the movement. Sometimes we can progress too fast and then the tempo is too fast, like it is here. I didn't control the eccentric. If I use a metronome, I can help negate that. The second thing is the range of motion. As we progress, sometimes we can lose out on the range of motion, like you see here. I'm not hitting at the top of the rep, so this is a no rep. I did not hit the range of motion cue. In the handstand push-up, I'm not hitting the nose to the ground. All of these are no reps. We need to keep the range of motion the same the entire program. The third point that I'm going to get into is recording yourself. So we're going to have 2 points in recording yourself. The first one is going to be recording yourself through the video, so through your phone or a video camera, and we do not need to be film experts. So here's how I set up. I have my shoe, I put the phone and lean it on the shoe in whatever pattern that I'm going to do. I hit record, and then I record my sets. You do not have to be a professional filmmaker. You are just doing this for yourself to see what the form, what the technique is like, and then we can watch it back a little bit later after we've done the set. So when you watch it back, you will usually find out that you are disgusted at your set, and you can write down certain things to improve the next time. The second way to record yourself is through journaling. I highly recommend journaling your sessions, both with what you've done, with notes, with questions, with why you're doing it. It's very good for your practice. So here I'm going to show you an example of my Holy Bible. This is my journal. I've had many journals in the past. I've been journaling for the past 3 or 4 years. This is like my 5th journal or something like that. You can see I have all the dates in there, all of my sessions. I put notes, I put everything in there. With our journaling, we want to be as consistent as possible. Like I said, I've been doing this for years. I can look back years. We also want to be very thorough. So I'm going to give you 2 examples here. The first one you can see at the top, and the second one you can see at the bottom. The second one is the one I would rather see. So let's look at these. The first one, I put A1 and A2, so there's no specific exercise name. No, that's not the way we do it. In the second one, I have the specific exercise name, the tempo, the reps, the rest between sets, the rest between exercises, notes, questions, anything like that. And then I want to be reviewing these notes as much as possible so I can improve in future sessions. Okay? If you have any questions on this video, please let me know in the comments down below, and I really hope this helped you.
And that's the session.
Yes!